What's going on, Facebook? Man, we are live. It is Monday. You know how we do, man. My favorite day of the week. We're going to get really into it, man. We're going to get deep into it. Letting that shit go, man. We got to go ahead and let it go, man. So when you come into the room, let me know where you're watching from. I'm coming to you from Dallas, Texas. For those of you who are new on this live, my name is Randy. I like to come on between 9:15, 10 o'clock. You know, it all depends. And just kind of drop off a little bit of... things that I've encountered along my journey. So today we're going to talk about letting it all go, man. So when you come into the room, let me know where you're watching from. What's going on, JoJo? Appreciate you for checking in, man. We just going to dive into this one real quick. It's going to be a slide through, man. Just really letting it go, man. I'm just going to talk about it for a minute. So let me know where you're watching from when you come into the room, man. We're going to blaze this thing real quick. First off, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. First off, man, a lot of people are scared. When I talk about letting it all go, a lot of people are clinging to their past and holding on to their past too much, man, and not moving forward in the manner that they should. A lot of people are scared that they won't live up to who they were or who they used to be. And the thing about that is, man, you shouldn't be focused on the person who you used to be. That person you used to be, it will not be as successful in today's world. Right now, as the person you are right now, man, you need to stay focused and recognize that there are doors opened up for you, and you need to take that step further into your journey instead of focusing on who you were in the past. See, I used to have this bad. I used to always look back on my old accomplishments, the things that I accomplished, and I try to match them. But for some reason, I could never get back to them. That's because they didn't exist anymore. Those bars didn't exist anymore. Once you measure something that has no choice but to improve. When you measure something that has no choice but to improve. So after measuring the success that I once had, trying to get back to that level of success, there was no way to actually me to ever get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't improve. A lot of people have an issue with detaching from their past. Like I was saying, a lot of people, they like to stay detached from their past. People who have gone through a lot of things in their past, and they try to leave it in the past and not ever bring it up, or make sure that no one ever knows about it. They continue to run from the past. Those people are never going to be able to move forward, because you must acknowledge your past. It's not something for you to dwell in or sleep in, or just or stay deep in. What's going on, Rob? What's happening, Keith? For you to just dwell in. It's one of those things that you need to acknowledge it. Running from it is not the answer to those issues. In the same way that someone can be detached from their past, you can have those people who are attached, like I was speaking of earlier. Those people who cannot let go of the person that they used to be. I dealt with this for the longest, not being able to let go of who I used to be. Until I realized that I could never be that person again. I'd already moved forward in life, and was prepared to take better heights, jump on better heights and climb, to different altitudes and make my life be exactly what it's supposed to be as a 35-year-old man right now in the world. So I had to make those waves. Like, a lot of people are missing today's open doors because they're so attached to who they used to be. They're missing today's open doors because they are so attached to who they used to be, man. And when it comes to letting go of your past, like I said, man, you got to acknowledge it. Don't run from it. You got to acknowledge it. Don't run from it, man. Because the mind, man, can make things appear way more horrible than they actually are. So especially you trying to run from your past, and it might not be as bad as you see it to be. You don't see where it actually made you stronger. You don't see where your past actually made you stronger. The time that it gave you to sit and reflect on what happened and the things that came about, or the things that, or people that it brought into your life. You have to focus on those things that happened to you since that has happened to you. Don't use it as something that has put you down, because it hasn't. You still have opportunity. We can recreate ourselves every day, and we fail to realize that every day. Every morning you wake up, you can change your life. Every morning. Every morning you can be who you want to be. Every morning. That's what's up, Charles. Hit me in the morning, man. Let's talk. Every morning you could change the person you are, man, and that's real. You're not tied down to anything. Your past can be used as reference, that catalyst that pushes you forward, that drive that moves you forward. It doesn't have to be something that you're bound by. You're not chained to your past, man. Move forward. You got to look at it like this. Your past is considered wisdom. Your past is your wisdom. You learn from your past. You bumped your head. You might have failed. You might have had success. Either way, you should have been able to learn from the things you've gone through in your past. It shouldn't be something that you should be afraid of, or something that you should be down about, or something that you should be ashamed of. You should look at it as things that you've grown through that have gotten you to where you are. They molded you and shaped you for your past today, man. And that's real. And you got to look at the present as love. As in a gift, right? So it's the love that we receive. We embrace it. We have to embrace the present the same way you must embrace love to get that true feeling, that true measurement. So it's the same way you have to do with the present. The present is considered love. When you're looking into the future, you have to see your future as being a possibility. Why is that? Because if you embrace the love that's here for you right now in the present, then of course, then that possibility can be there. And it could be whatever happens right now in the present. That's what you're creating. That's what you're creating right now in the present. And also don't forget, man, holding grudges, it's the same with holding grudges. It's the same with holding grudges. I just want to let you know that. It's definitely the same when you're holding grudges with somebody, carrying all that blame around for someone who is definitely they probably even forgotten about what the issue is that you're holding the grudge for. We have to learn to take responsibility for our own feelings. The way that you feel today about somebody or something that happened weeks ago, years ago, that's all on you. It has nothing to do with that person. That's an issue that you need to deal with on your own with yourself. It's not a grudge that you need to hold against that person. It's something that you have within yourself that you need to cut the strings on. And that's real. We walk around with these grudges and you're the only one that has to keep those emotions bottled inside. And you know what happens when you keep emotions bottled inside, man, they rip you to shreds. What's going on, Vincent? They rip you to shreds, man, because you cannot hold those, you cannot hold those emotions inside of you, man. They're too powerful, especially when you got something like that, a grudge, anger. You know what I mean? So it's hard to do that. And also with you people who, I hear this a lot. You ever heard of people say, they're going to make me turn me back into the old me? That's the same as you hanging on to your past. Still bigging up the old you, saying, you gonna make the old me come out. The old me would have did this. Or I used to say this all the time. You don't want to see Casino. It's like, I don't want to see Casino. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't want to see him. You know what I mean? I know the beast he used to be. I know the animal he was. So it's like, I don't even want to see him. So why would I wish that on somebody? Why would I threaten somebody with the one thing in my life that's been threatening me for the longest? You know what I mean? If I'm trying to live a positive life, why do I keep, even in a joking manner, man, I don't do that anymore. I had to cut that because I'm threatening people with something that has been threatening my life forever, for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So you got to dip out of that. And I know you hear it a lot. What's going on, Allison? I know you hear it with a lot of people saying, oh man, I almost went back to the old me last night. You know, like, don't even talk like that. You know what I mean? Don't even get in that area of your life, man. Like, real talk, you gotta bounce from that. And especially with the grudges, I've come to find that to be real. I've held grudges for a long time and then saw somebody at a club or a lounge or somewhere and thought that I still had beef with them. And I walk in with it on my chest and on my mind. It's going down. And I ended up in the VIP. Me and him knowing the same guy, you know, we popping bottles, and it's crazy how it de-escalated. But I came in there with it on my mind, right? Couldn't find out that I was the only person that was even worried about that. Like, I had my whole day, I was tense all the way to the club, turned up about it. He wasn't. Yeah, probably had a wonderful trip on the way to the club. No telling how he felt on the way to that lounge. With me, I was turned up. Oh yeah, man, he know what time it is when I get there and this and that. Yeah, that's, you know, it's going down. I'm feeling some type of way, right? I was the only one holding that grudge. I was the only one beefing. You know what I mean? It's no fun when you got all this beef and it ain't no tacos to be made. So I showed up, man, with nowhere to put my beef, right? So I had to, you know what I'm saying? That was once that I had to actually see where holding those grudges, man, don't really mean nothing, man. You better let that shit go. You gotta let it go, man. The same though. Detached from who you know. Me, I was stuck on this whole, man, recording artists. I done recorded all over here, all over there. I do tours. I've done tours, and it's like, yeah, could I jump back on and do it again if I wanted to? No, because I know who I be competing with. I be competing with myself. I'd be steady trying to run up next to a Casino that ran back in the day to 2003 to, you know what I'm saying, and beyond. I would be trying to compete with that cat, man, and I can't touch him in the game. Not the animal he was. I can't do that. I gotta leave him where he at. I gotta leave him where he's at, man. And you gotta do that with your respective past, the person that you were in the past. You were that person for a reason, so you can become the person you are today. It's not for you to go back and get him and have her handle your issues today. Your issues today are for you today. For you to make continuance into your tomorrow. For you to be a beacon today for those that are around you. For your children that are around you. And for other people who are looking to do something meaningful with their life. And they use you as that light to show them the direction. So keep that in mind, man, when you are trying to live within your past. Within the boundaries of your past. Get out the box and start living life. Stay happy, healthy, and humble, man. Whole food nutrition is the way. Peace.